Hello everyone. Today we're going to share a truly special story. One about love, joy and unforgettable moments of happiness. After many months of struggle, Tien and Jack finally have a real home. But even more unexpectedly, a piece of wonderful news made their lives even more complete. Tien is pregnant. After going for a checkup together, they received the happy news that she was carrying a healthy baby girl, and the name Sophia was chosen as a sweet blessing for their little angel. Though there have been challenges along the way, with Jack's love and support, Tien has felt happiness radiate in every moment. The gentle kicks from Sophia in her belly, the moments when they both talk to her, are memories they will always cherish. Let's follow this story to feel the love and happiness that Tien and Jack share, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the amazing moments ahead. Now let's begin the story. Tien and Jack's life had gradually settled into a stable routine. Their home was a place filled with sweet memories, the sanctuary they had longed for. Everything seemed perfect. But one ordinary day Tien suddenly felt fatigued, her health not as it used to be. Occasional bouts of nausea made her feel anxious. She decided to share these feelings with Jack, and together they went to the hospital for a checkup. Jack held Tien's hand tightly, his face filled with worry, but also with deep concern. When the doctor announced that Tien was pregnant, their joy erupted in their hearts. It was a moment neither of them could ever forget. Tien looked at Jack, her eyes welling up with tears, while he couldn't contain his happiness. It felt like a wonderful dream. An angel was coming to them, a new life about to be born into their home, filled with love. Jack hugged Tien tightly, feeling the pulse of happiness spread from their two hearts. He whispered in her ear, his voice full of emotion, "We will raise this little angel together, Tien." In that moment Tien felt the warmth of Jack's embrace, and she knew that nothing could make them feel afraid or alone on this journey. They not only had a beautiful house, but now they had a new family, a family full of love and hope. Tien felt as if she was stepping into a new chapter of her life, where happiness and joy would always go hand in hand. She looked down at her belly, her heart filled with love, and a sacred feeling surged as she thought of the little being growing inside her. For Jack and Tien, everything had changed. A miraculous connection had formed. Not just the love between them, but also the love for the child they were about to welcome. Dreams about the future had now become clearer than ever, and Tien knew that every effort and every hardship on her journey to motherhood would become a beautiful memory in her. In Jack's life, they didn't need words. Just a glance was enough for them to understand that their love would remain strong, enduring just as everything they were building together. A few weeks after receiving the joyful news of her pregnancy, Tien and Jack were once again preparing for their routine prenatal checkup. This time, the excitement in them was even stronger than before. Tien clearly remembered the emotions of that day. Sitting together in the waiting room, the soft light from the ceiling lamps reflecting on their faces. Jack held Tien's hand tightly, his eyes sparkling with joy and hope, but also filled with worry. Even though Tien had felt the changes in her body, she was still waiting for an official checkup to be certain. When the doctor looked at the ultrasound screen, both Tien and Jack fell silent, anxious. Then the doctor smiled and told them that not only was the baby healthy, but it was also a girl. It felt as though the whole world had stopped. For a moment, everything becoming clearer and more perfect than ever before. Tien felt an overwhelming joy spread from her heart, her eyes shining as brightly as a star. Jack, unable to contain his happiness, gently held Tien's hand, unable to hide his emotions. They had waited for this day for so long, and now everything had become a reality. In that moment, they both remembered the name they had discussed before Tien even became pregnant, the name they had dreamed of together. Sophia, Tien whispered, her smile never fading. Jack nodded in agreement, his eyes gleaming with pride and happiness. Sophia, a gentle name, like a soft breeze that brings warmth and peace. It was not just a name for a baby girl, but a symbol of hope, love, and everything beautiful that they wanted to give their daughter. Tien felt incredibly lucky to have a husband like Jack, always by her side, sharing every joy and every worry. Throughout this journey, the feeling of being cherished and loved by Jack, of him sharing every happy moment, was something Tien felt truly fortunate for. Not only Jack, but Tien's mother-in-law was also always there, taking care of her and worrying about her every little need. From the very beginning of the pregnancy, Tien had felt the careful and thoughtful care of her mother-in-law, like a second mother in her life. With each passing day, Tien and Jack felt even more clearly the immense love they had for each other and for Sophia. Sitting together, talking about their future with their little girl, they felt their life becoming more colorful. Dreams about a complete family, a happy future, no longer seemed distant. Everything was becoming a reality, and in every moment, they knew that their love would always be the firm foundation for the small family they were building. They both knew that their daughter would be the new light in their lives, and no matter what challenges the future might bring, they would always face them together for Sophia, the beloved daughter they would care for and love for the rest of their lives. As time passed, Tien's belly grew larger, and every day she could feel the changes in her body. Moving around became more difficult. Each step felt heavier, and sometimes she felt so tired that all she wanted to do was rest. But Jack was always by her side, a constant source of encouragement. He was not only her husband, but also her companion, sharing every joy and concern. Throughout this challenging pregnancy journey, whenever Tien felt exhausted, Jack would hold her hand and whisper words of encouragement, helping her stay strong and confident through the difficulties. Despite the physical changes in Tien's body, she still felt immense happiness every time she placed her hand on her belly and talked to her little daughter. Gentle words, simple stories about life and their plans for the future with Sophia, their beloved daughter. Every time Tien spoke, she felt gentle kicks from inside her belly, as if Sophia was listening to her, responding to her with love. Those kicks were not just the movements of a growing baby, but precious moments where the bond between mother and daughter was beginning to form, strong and full of warmth. In those moments, Tien felt boundless happiness. All the worries and exhaustion seemed to fade away, replaced by pure joy and love. She smiled, leaned into Jack's shoulder, her hands still gently resting on her belly, as if she wanted to feel every little kick from Sophia. Jack stood beside her, his eyes full of affection and anticipation. He gently placed his hand on Tien's belly, his gaze filled with happiness as he felt their little one's presence. He smiled and said softly to Tien. Do you feel that she's saying hello to Daddy? Together they shared these sweet moments. Silent yet filled with emotion. Each gentle kick from Sophia was a reminder of the miracle of life, of the love they were nurturing. They knew that, no matter what challenges life might bring, their love for each other, and their little daughter, would always be the strength that helped them overcome anything. Tien and Jack had built a happy family together. And now they had one more little angel. Complete joy. Something priceless that nothing could compare to. These moments would forever be the most beautiful memories of their lives. Chiang 3 Chiao Lao Lang Hai Tongan 3 Chiao La. Chiang La Tue Van Mau Kue Tai. Wu Fong Wu Van Sheng Cha Cha. He transcribed the speech into English. Diem you can suck it out. Ma sorbet di Pepsin La Fernandez. Lam Tong T Nationson. Huawei Huan Tam Luhi Kim Song. Sakai Dialam Tai Dan. Dum Wen Sung Teo Chung Fong E. De Wat Angwing Gam Gong Ting Lao Wang Nuong Mei Lianong. And Ho Kem Chue.